Hello, everybody. Welcome to Exciting Journey. Everybody's doing well. Just want to talk about West Ham United and how I think that they're in a little bit going to be in a bit of trouble next season when it comes to Premier League survival. The reason why I'm saying that is because look, there's no secret that West Ham apparently, according to Sullivan, to do a full rebuild and have to sell some of your players to pay for this rebuild, right? And the problem you've got is McCauley's going to be one who's scouting the players. Potter's going to be the one accepting the play, picking the players. Then Sullivan's going to go over and do the interviews himself. Now, I don't. We all know how Sullivan works. When it comes to West Ham, he's not the biggest. He's not well known for his excellent football negotiations, unless it's for player agents who he knows. What I'm hearing a lot of as well when I watch these West Ham YouTube channels and stuff is the word seems to pop up an awful lot. Is hope. We hope he gets the transfer window right. We hope we have a good season. You know what say about hope, don't you? It's the hope kills you. And I'm just a little bit concerned um, for West Ham really because they've recently been fined £120,000. Let me read it properly. West Ham have been fined £120,000 after a very significant number of supporters were found guilty of singing homophobic chanting during the Premier League defeat at Chelsea earlier this season. It was during the match. The match was played on February the 3rd. West Ham after that, West Ham released a statement strongly condemning the disciplinary and homophobic chants aimed towards the opposition support. So they acted fastly because they knew that they were in big trouble. Because if they didn't, I think they would have got a bigger fine. And to be honest, West Ham cannot afford to lose any more money because they need to keep all the money they can get for this rebuild. Now, the talks today, the rumors today, that Newcastle, if they don't get that Bremo from Brentford, they're going to be looking at trying to get Mohamed Kudus. Now, Kudus is going to be sold this summer transfer window. And let's be honest, the club need him to be sold, so they can reinvest that money for Potter to rebuild the team in his style of play. And once you start selling Kudos, Pekatari fees, if he's found not guilty, because we still don't know if he's not guilty yet or if he's going to be, hopefully, fingers crossed, if I'm not guilty, so West can recoup some money from that, the sale of Pekatar to also help the rebuild. The brought player from Celtic now. This is why not many people talk about it. He's played in Lowlands League, where he scored his goals last season. So that's why he only paid £300,000. So if they're the sort of players West Ham looking at, and if you're able to sell your better place to these players, but you have to get this transfer window right. There's no hope in that. It's got to be right. It has to be right. There's a petition going around what we made up, trying to get Sullivan and Brady out of the club. I will put that in the description because I do think that's important for West Ham fans. I will spread that. So please, if you're a West Ham fan and if you want Brady and Sullivan out, please go and sign this petition. And big up to Nick from Claret and Boots who set that up. He's the one who's taking the fight to Sullivan and Brady. He's the one who's putting his neck up in walk. to try to get these two owners out, because they're fed up in there. Itried, where the club's direction the club's going in. Being overly convinced that the board are going to get this transfer window spot on. Hence why he started this petition to get the owners out of West Ham, because they've had, apart from that bit of success they had in the Conference League final under David Moyes, they had a lot to shout about under the 15 years of Sullivan owning this club, and I just worry that going to sell your players, spend them on daftly, not have a really bad season up to Christmas. You end up attacking Graham Potter because his results are really bad, and then come January, they start to have any money left for any manager to do any business in January. So it's a sticky situation with West Ham at the moment, because like people say, it's hoping, it's the hope and stuff, and you're hoping and praying that everything goes right. But a club like West Ham and this, a club less, stature, should be like this. There should be a well-established Premier League club who should have kicked on after winning Conference League, but they didn't. And now the other team would have been relegated to see, but luckily for them, Ipswich, Southampton, Leicester, the three teams who come up last season, it went back down again. Otherwise, it would have been a different story. Because I do think if West Ham did relegated in that London stadium, the attendances would have been a lot somewhat down now. And it would have been, and I don't think West Ham would have come back. But what West Ham cannot afford to is have the best players, as I said, get it wrong, because we know coming back from it, there won't be any coming back from it. West Ham had a fright. They had a warning. And they've got to make sure that that get put in that position again this time next season. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for watching the Sporting Journey. If you enjoyed, leave a comment section down below if you agree, if you're worried about West Ham in a 2025-26 season, or do you think everything's going to be fine? Be interested to read what you've got to say about it. And I'm going to look at that, guys. I don't really want to say thank you for watching the Sport Journey. If you've enjoyed the video, please like it. And if you want to see more of us, please subscribe to us. And until next time, guys, take care, look after yourself. See you also. Bye bye.